Hello yoga lovelies, welcome to Adopt a Yoga Assistant. My name is Fiona and I'm the fearless leader of the Yoga Lovelies Club, and this is a very special series, very sweet series featuring guest yoga assistants who are in need of a loving home. Today we are at Pasadena Humane and we have with us the stunningly beautiful girl you can see here before you, Leslie. Leslie is a 2-year-old German Shepherd. She was found as a stray, and when she first got here, she was a bit of a nervous Nelly, I've been told, but the trainers here at Pasadena Humane have been helping her with her confidence in meeting new people, and she's blossomed. She came out for a walk with me, no problemo. She had a little excitement at the squirrels, very easily redirected, very attentive, like any self-respecting shepherd. She's extremely smart, easy to train, and she really bonds with her person. So I've only been with her for half an hour, and she just walked right in, sat down, and she's chilling out, which is also a lovely, lovely aspect of her disposition, her ability to chill out next to you. So if you're looking for a gorgeous shepherd girl, she's waiting for you here at Pasadena Humane, and she is going to be our guest yoga assistant today. Maybe she might get the award for most chill guest yoga assistant. Didn't go to Rhino. She's going to help us get through yoga, and we're going to help her find a loving home. So grab your stretchy pants and let's get started. Come here. Good girl. Down. Oh, that's shake, lovey. Okay. Shake. Good girl. Down. Good girl. So find your way into a comfortable seated position now. Remember, you can always sit in a chair if you're more comfortable, sitting up in a chair, a firmish couch. If you're sitting on the floor, it's nice to put something under your bum. I'm sitting on a yoga block. You could use a couch cushion or a folded blanket. It just helps give a little bit of support for the lower back. So once you're into your seated position, let your eyes close. And just do your best to sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders and begin to notice now your natural breath pattern. Starting to very gently deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Take a couple more nice deep breaths now, in and out of your nose. One more nice deep inhale and exhale, placing your palms together at your chest, just gently bowing in, looking towards your center. And then letting your eyes open and releasing your hands down. Okay, let's come to all fours. So just pop any blocks off to the side. Oh, Leslie's looking very comfortable. As we come to all fours now, placing yourself with awareness, you're going to spread your fingers nice and wide. Good girl, Leslie. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. You just stack up your joints. Let's go into the pelvic tilts. Inhale, start to look forward and up. Feel that lovely arch through your spine, admiring your gorgeous yoga assistant. Exhale, rounding out now, pushing to your hands, pull the abdominals in and get that lovely rounding of the back. And again, nice and simple, pelvic tilts. Inhale, as you come forward, don't slump here. Push the floor away and get that lift of the collarbones. You can feel a little belly stretch there. And as you exhale, rounding out, abdominals pull in, press into all 10 knuckle bases. As you round out, think of spreading through the shoulder blade area. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Nice and slow and steady, smoothly looking up. Exhale as you round out, press down into your hands. Think of your spine trying to touch the ceiling. One more time. Inhale, just going to a range of motion that feels good for you. Lifting your chest, arching your tail. Exhale as you round out, press down into your hands, navel to the spine, helping you get a little more out of your lower back. And then release to neutral. Now keep your hips right over your knees. Let's drop into a half dog. This is a very big dog. We're doing a half dog. Spreading your fingers wide. So don't sit back for this one. Keep your bum stacked. You can always pad your knees. And then you start to plant your hands and gently sink your chest. So here's the amazing thing, something for everyone. If you're very tight, you won't go that far. You'll just feel a little stretch in your shoulders right there, perhaps. Maybe you go further because it feels fab. You're only going as far down as feels great in your shoulders, your back, not a competition. Find your spot. If this doesn't feel good, another option is to drop your forearms, and that gives you a little bit more support. So find a lovely traction stretch through your back here, through your shoulders. You can even move a little bit side to side. Take another inhale, and then exhale, simply slide back into child's pose. You can always stack up your palms, resting your forehead on your hands if that's easier for you, and take a couple of deep breaths. One more inhale and exhale, slowly coming on up. Okay, let's push back to downward dog. Leslie, you're so chilled out. She's snoozing. Oh, gorgeous. Can't take my eyes off her. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Make sure now your hands are straight forward, so no pigeoning in of your hands for downward dog here. So you've got good wrist alignment. Tuck your toes, take a breath. Exhale, lifting your hips up and back. Now, as you come into this pose, again, a few things. A lot of us are tight in the legs, so a really good thing to do is lift the heels and then think about your bum in your mind's eye, flare your tail and just push into your hands. And that might be it. You're just working the backs of the legs wherever you can go. If it feels okay, you can do a little bit of bicycling of the legs here. Rest whenever you need to. Make sure you're not forcing yourself. Perhaps a little bit of a challenge, but not a strain. If you're going towards straight legs, still make sure you can flare that tail up so you can feel that if you bend your knees, that makes it a little easier. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. One more breath. And then let's slowly come forward to plank. We've got zero interference today on the mat, so I can do a good plank without getting my face licked. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's lovely to have a calm yoga assistant. So shoulders over the wrists now in your plank. Let's drop the knees for a moment so we can look at the alignment. So shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide, head up, chin in. I want you to think of holding a grapefruit under your chin. If this is better for you, stay with the knees down. Just make sure your bum's not sagging, and that's going to compress your spine. So bum buoyant, knees down, perfectly legal. If you've got it in you, straighten your legs and let's stick a full plank. So keep that grapefruit under your chin, work your legs really strongly here and push back through your heels. Soften your elbows and point your elbow tips to the back of the mat. So much to think about. Engage your abdominals and check your shoulder blades aren't pinching together or winging off your back. Take a deep inhale, breathe through it. It's hard, rest if you need to. Stay for the exhale, just work your legs more and narrow your waist. One more inhale, and then exhale, lift your hips up and back, down dog, take that nice knee bend, and then walk your hands back to your feet or your feet forward. Just find yourself in a forward fold. Feet hip distance in parallel, and as you dangle down, just kind of notice how it feels. So there's always ways to modify these poses. If you're dangling down and having the time of your life, keep doing that. If you're feeling super tight, knees bent really helps. A deep knee bend and just pop your forearms on your thighs can be great for giving a break for anything that feels like too much pulling in your back. So a freestyle dangle, if that feels good, that is a technical term, or take the support. Otherwise, if you're going towards straight legs, make sure you're not just jamming your legs straight and rounding your back. So if in doubt, soften the knees and think about a little bit more release. Everybody gently shake your head as if you were saying no, as if you were saying yes, and then let the full weight of your skull just kind of drop as your neck relaxes. One more deep inhale, hands wherever you wish, and a slow exhale. Now we're going to roll up to standing. So if you need back support, you just walk your hands up your legs. That'll help. If you're okay with it, just think about heavy bracelets on your wrists and just roll up through your spine. Navel pulls in for everybody. And as we roll up to standing ever so slowly, you roll your shoulders back and Let's interlace our fingers behind us here. If this is too tight, you can take a dog leash or a kitchen towel and hold that, or you can just keep your elbows bent. We're all working on drawing the shoulder heads back and getting a nice opening through the chest here. So many of us kind of slump at our desks. This is a really good way to reverse that. So lift the chest, take a nice deep inhale, feel that stretchy feeling across the pecs. And as you exhale, releasing your hands. Inhale, sweeping your arms up to the top, interlace your fingers, push the ceiling away. As you exhale, drop into a little side bend, right hand on the hip, navel in, shoulders dropped. Inhale, come through the center, exhaling over, lovely side bend to be had in the presence of your beautiful, soulful girl, Leslie, who you just adopted from Pasadena Humane. Inhaling, let's do one more on each side. So make sure you're not locking out your knees. Strong legs, navel in, and this hand goes wherever you like, it's for support. Check out your chin. What your chin is doing is what your neck is doing. So avoid jutting or pinning, get that nice neutral neck and get a little more stretch here. Last one, inhale through the center, exhaling over, dropping those shoulders. Notice all these details help us correct the pose for good benefits and good safety, but also helps keep us present because we're in the body, not in our wild and crazy thoughts. Inhale, come back up to the top, interlace your fingers, push the ceiling away. Exhale, big wide circle to the chest. Dropping your hands down, just let your chin drop down towards your chest and gently do little half rolls to the right. Not all the way around. You can go all the way around. You don't have to have a good time with neck stuff. Just do little half rolls to the left. One more on each side. Just feel a little bit of a neck release. And then to the left. And then let your chin hang back on your chest, picking up your head and just roll your shoulders back and down. Pop your fingertips on your shoulders and just circle your elbows up, back and down to open up your shoulder joint area. And then shaking out your hands side to side, up and down. Let's do a nice little wrist stretch. So take your, doesn't matter which hand, if I'm mirroring you, that would be your right. Doesn't matter, do both. You're gonna pull your hand back and get a lovely stretch through the underside of your wrist. A large husky just walked past the window, by the way, on leash, and she didn't even react, which I think is amazing. Feel that stretch under the wrist there. That's often where we kind of clamp our steering wheels and our keyboards. Get some daylight in the carpal tunnel area. And then release. Other side. She just needs she just wants her person to hang next to. I got a feeling that's quite a shepherd thing. Find your person, chill. Pull the other hand back. Opening up the wrist, and then release. Now just straighten your arms like you're trying to touch your elbow crease on the inside, pulling your fingers back, and then create little fists and just circle out your wrists. So the wrists get very tight too from all kinds of screen work, and give them a little shake. Okay, let's take nice and wide legs now. You're gonna turn your right foot to the right. We'll do a warrior two. You're gonna bend your right knee. So many ways to modify these poses to make them suitable for a wide range of bodies. It's all about paying attention, which of course is the point of the yoga practice. So look down and see that your right heel is lined up with the arch of your left foot. Now, as you drop into this, you'll feel stretchy sensations in the hips. We want that. When you have something manageable, not coming apart at the seams, not dull, somewhere in the middle, think of the porridge, Goldilocks porridge. Not too hot, not too cold, nice hip stretch. Get that knee stacked up over the ankle, and that's good knee alignment. Then reach out through your fingertips and look over your right shoulder, and you're in. So try to relax your shoulders even though your arms are up. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, just work your back leg a little straighter, pull that navel in. Now we're going to go with the breath. So you're going to inhale, straighten your right leg, palms touch, look up. Exhale, simply drop back in, bend that right knee, reach through your back arm. And again, inhaling, palms touch, look up. Exhale, think of dragging your arms through the air. Create a little of your own resistance. Inhale, one more time. Look for it to feel good. Exhale, turning, looking over that right shoulder. Now, simply inhale, palms touch. Exhale down the back leg and just reach up and out of the waist. Should feel really good down here. Make sure this knee doesn't buckle and feel free to turn your head any way that feels okay for your neck. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale to the chest. Other side. Heel to arch, bending your front knee. And then again, talk to your hips, nobody else's. Find wordlessly dialogue with them and find something that feels kind of like a nice little stretch through there. Then look and get that heel, that ankle right under the knee. So we've got knee stacked, which is good and healthy for the knee. It's not twisting. Press into both feet, reach through both arms, and then look over your left shoulder. So I want you to think here, your eyeballs can see your left hand and everything over there, but your body awareness can feel your back leg, your back arm. So take a deep inhale. As you exhale, try and think of straightening your back leg a little more, scooping in below the navel, dropping the shoulders. One more inhale. And an exhale. Then we'll go into the breath, moving with the breath. Inhale, palms touch, so you straighten the front leg. Look up, exhale, drag your arms down through the air, drop back into your warrior two. Just two more. Inhale, so it's quality, not quantity. Touch, exhale, not doing 100 mindless reps. Oh no, we're doing 3 really good ones. One more time. Inhaling, push into both feet, palms touch, exhale, drop back into your warrior two. And then finally, we're coming up and over the back leg to bring some nice stretch through that side body. Turn your head again, however you wish. Think of nice long legs here. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale to the chest. Square your feet forward, just a little opening up of the hips, a bit of leg work. Inhale, we're going to hang down. Interlace your fingers, push the ceiling away. You can do a little kind of wiggle waggle up top, and then we'll fold forward. Now make sure your feet are parallel here. So if your toes are turned out, it tends to close up your pelvis. You'll feel this. If you widen your heels, it kind of widens your bum, your sitting bones, and that helps us come forward. So as we hang forward now, always options, yoga lovelies. Never try and just force your body into what you think the pose should be. Of course, the freestyle dangle we know is an option, but maybe your hands are on blocks. You could have hands on chair. I teach a chair class, which is amazing for accessing these poses. Another nice way you can do it is bent knees, and then you've got your forearms propped there. So find your spot. Wherever you are, if it feels good, bend one knee at a time and feel the stretch go through the opposite inner thigh. So let your body be your guide. Of course, I'm giving you lots of instructions to think about, and then you're kind of taking them into the sort of experimental lab of your body on your mat and just sort of trying things out, seeing how it feels. Hang down in the center, wherever you are, take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. One more like that. Inhaling. Feel the stretch as you kind of drop into gravity. Exhale. And then from here, you can certainly do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. We're heading to down dog. So one suggestion is just to walk your hands a little to the side. Now do pick up the foot and lift it as you turn so you don't twist your knee. And ever so slow, all of our transitions done oh so mindfully. Back into downward dog. And as you press your hands into your mats, oh, from this angle I can still see Leslie, which is nice. Take a deep inhale, feel that nice stretch for one more breath in your down dog. Play with your knee bend. And then exhale, lowering your knees down and sit back into child's pose and rest. Take a couple of deep breaths in your child's pose. One more inhale and exhale, slowly coming on up. Okay, let's come to seated now. We can do a little twist. So again, whenever we sit on our bums, it's always helpful to have something under our pelvis. So sitting on a folded blanket here or a couch cushion would be helpful. Blocks tend to be a little high, so something soft for this part. We're going to take a nice twist. So you're going to take I'll mirror you, your right foot over your left thigh and your right hand behind your back. Again, always modify according to how you feel in your body. If that's already too much in the knee or the hip, you can keep the leg the same side. That would be fine too. Right hand behind the back to support us. Inhale, grow nice and tall now through your spine. So I want you to feel, so we never twist around and back, we go for length. We draw the shoulders back a little bit. Inhale, now just reach your left arm up. That's giving you a bit more spinal length. Exhale, drop the arm, but don't drop the spine. And then begin your journey, oh so conveniently. Oh, look at her, she's amazing. So lovely to see a dog relaxing. And she's fresh out of her kennel too, so that tells you something. Good girl, Leslie. Anyway, into the twist we go. Getting distracted, easily done. Put your awareness down in your pelvis and try and feel that you're very even on each side of your bum. As you rotate, you're going to meet your own moment of resistance. Don't worry, we've all got one of those. So find your twist. Now, I want you to take a deep inhale into the circumference of your waist, front, back, and sides. And as you exhale, you just narrow the waist and then perhaps go another millimeter into your twist. Only go if you have a green light, but it might feel nice to just deepen a little. Do that again. Inhale into your waist. There's a little bit of resistance. It's almost like a sit-up for your diaphragm. It's compressed, you can feel that. And as you exhale, narrow your waist, draw your shoulders back and down, and ease mindfully, perhaps a little deeper. One more breath, and then gently release. And extending your leg forward. Other side. So left foot across. Again, you can always just keep it same side if you need to. A lift under your bum is going to be very helpful here to keep you nice and upright. Right, left hand behind the back. Find the pelvis, which is the flower pot to your spine. So if a flower pot or plant pot was tipped, the stem is off. That's kind of just one way of thinking about your bum and your spine. Then from here, inhale, right arm goes up. I'm mirroring you. Exhale, that's to get length through your spine. Keep the length in your spine, just drop the hand. And off we go. So it's not a crank into the twist and try and get it over, check it off the list. I know that's tempting. It's an easing in moment to moment. So as you go to the left, sadly I can't see Leslie on this side. As you go to the left now, I want you to feel, again, the weight even on your bum. So find your moment of resistance, which is not a forceful place, but it's the place where you just naturally kind of get to your end point. And then inhale into the circumference of your waist. Exhale, narrow your waist. Maybe you can ease oh so mindfully another 0.5 millimeter in. Shoulders gently back and down. Do that again. Inhale into the waist. Chin parallel with the floor. Lots to think about. Exhale, narrowing your waist. Draw those shoulders back and down. One more breath. And exhale, gently release. Extending that leg forward. And then inhale, sweeping your arms up to the top, interlace your fingers, push the ceiling away. So if this is hard for you, keep your knees a little bit bent. And if you can't clasp your hands, just go for wide arms. So do what you can, but to the best of your ability, think about getting longer in both sides of this L shape. One more breath. Exhale, big wide circle to the chest. And release. Okay. Never have we had such an uninterrupted Adopt a Yoga Assistant class. This is amazing. She definitely gets a gold star, many gold stars, as do you if you're here doing class. Okay, let's come to lying down now on our backs. And as you come to lying down on your back, you're going to just hug your knees into your chest and rock a little side to side, noticing how that feels on your lower back, generally quite nice. And then plant your feet down on the floor. Let's take a little bridge. So arms by your side, have your feet parallel. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, now I want you to think of pulling your navel down, pressing into your feet, and just kind of rolling your pelvis up. It doesn't have to go high, so don't think about going way up. Just think about pressing into your feet. Watch that you're not doing a big bum squeeze here and splaying your legs. I want you to think of holding a block between your knees or a little magnet between your knees into this nice little gentle bridge. Take an inhale, exhale. Now roll down one vertebra at a time, and you can feel upper spine, middle spine, lower, and then your tailbone is the last thing to land. And again, take an inhale, exhale, press down into your feet, pull in through the navel. Think about the four corners of each foot rooted. As you roll up through your spine, kind of think of someone running a marble down the front of the body here. So the abdominals are in. Again, it's not a huge arch. It's a little bit more leg work than it is back bend. Take a breath. Exhale, just roll down. This is very important to be able to articulate through the spinal column piece by piece so we don't just plonk down like a piece of wood. One more time. Take an inhale, exhale. Again, four corners of the foot, each foot, very important as you press down into your feet. Coming up, roll up through your spine, navel in. Think about, again, you're a magnet between your knees. Your knees are lengthening forward. Unsqueeze your bottom. And as you plant into the four corners of each foot, you're going to feel a nice bit of leg work. Quads and hamstrings, a bit of glutes, but not an overly clamping sensation. Take another inhale. Maybe you tilt up a little more, and then exhale, roll down slowly. Keep that nice firm pressure in the feet, even from inside and outside of the foot, as we roll through the spine. So nice. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. And then from here, hold your right knee, extend your left leg down the mat. And as you pull your right knee into your chest, just drop your shoulders back. Feel the back of the neck is long. You can always put a pillow under your head here if it makes you more comfortable. Other side, pull the left knee in, extend that right leg long. Squeeze gently the left knee into your chest. Let's do one more on each side and we'll add a twist. So hold the right knee, extend the left leg down the mat. And we're going to turn this into a twist. You're going to pull your right knee gently out to the right. Then you're going to take, so that's a little hip opener first of all, that's quite nice. Reach through your left leg. Then you're going to cross the knee all the way over, and you can even kind of shift your bum a bit to the right. And as you come over, again, something for everybody. So we're not just assuming there's one version of a pose that we can do or we can't do. We're exploring many possibilities in each pose. So as you come across, it could be that you come across just a little tiny bit. Maybe you're all the way to the floor, the point being that it feels good for your body. Now, look at your right arm. It can go up, it can go down. That depends on you and your right shoulder. So find a spot for that right arm. Turn your head to the right. Now you're in quite a big stretchy twist, so make sure everything feels good. Then sprinkle in a deeper breath. So take a deep inhale into your ribs. And a long exhale, simply just melt in place. Try and soften something that's gripping. And again, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, melt your right shoulder down. One more breath. Especially after a big twist, you come out nice and slowly. Every time we come out of a pose, it's mindful. So engage your abs so that you move from your front, not your back, to pick your knee back up. Rearrange your parts. And hug your knees back into your chest. Other side, hold the left knee, extend that right leg down the mat. Pull the left knee out to the side, just get that nice little visitation with a hip opener there as you pull the left knee to the left. And then going into our twist. Good girl, Leslie. So there's another dog walking past and she's just taking a little peek. Again, like any self-respecting shepherd, keeping an eye on the peripherals. That's her job. Into the twist we go. So guide the knee across. And again, make sure there's no pulling, but you can ease and encourage. Maybe you need to support the knee. Find your angle. Now, pay attention to your left arm. Slide it up a bit or down a bit. So whatever pose you're in, it's the same process in yoga. Organize your external parts and then get in there deeper with your mind, focusing on the feelings, and the breath. So take a deep inhale now into this big stretchy twist. As you exhale, melt the left shoulder down, soften, soften, soften. And again, take another deep inhale. Exhale, relax a little more into this twist. One more breath, and then again, tighten the waist to exhale to bring you back up, moving mindfully in and out of your postures, and then hug your knees into your chest. Hold the tops of the knees and just circle out your knees like you're swimming breaststroke and let your arms do the work here. So the legs are kind of going along for the ride and it's a nice little massage in the hip sockets. Then set your feet on the floor. Let's cross the right foot over left thigh. Always such a good one, especially if you sit a lot. This works for all kinds of things. If you hike a lot or you're very active, it'll feel great in your glutes. But if you sit a lot, it'll also feel great in your glutes. So it's kind of a win-win pose, this lying down pigeon. Flex your right foot, and maybe that's enough, and you just work right there. If you can, draw your left thigh in, and of course you're introducing more sensation now in your right bum cheek, which is of course your glutes. So it's all about finding your spot within the range of possibilities. So you're drawing your left thigh in is your accelerator pedal. You can dial it up, dial it down, but whatever you're doing, drop your awareness into your right hip so that you're working with your body, moment to moment. Feel the stretch. And then slowly place your feet back on the floor. Other side, crossing left foot, flex your left foot. And then from here, again, hang out here. This is just better for your hip and your situation. Maybe it feels okay to pull the right thigh in a little bit. Maybe you start to draw it in because it feels great. But again, it's always about what you're feeling moment to moment. That will tell you whether it's a good idea to deepen or not. So again, there might be some intensity in there, but never strain or pain. If in doubt, back off and breathe more. So let's all try and soften the left hip now for a couple more breaths. One more inhale, and then exhale, place your feet down on the floor. Let's take the arms out to the side now, just moving any props. And take your feet as wide as your mat. This one's fabulous for any tension in the lower back and the hips. You can also do this one in bed even. So feet as wide as the mat, arms out to the side, and then just drop your knees to the right and look to the left. And then slowly through the center, square off your feet, drop the knees to the left, look to the right. One more on each side. So nice square feet, edge of the mat. As you drop the knees to the right, look to the left. I'll give an option now. So you can stay here, which is really nice for most of us. If you want to dial it up, put your right foot on your left thigh. You could even stretch your arms above your head and interlace, clasp your wrist. So go where the good feeling is. Turn your head to the left. I'm going to take the softer version. Take a deep inhale wherever you are. And a slow exhale. And then gently come through the center, over to the other side. And again, you can take that deeper version where the left foot goes on the right thigh. You can reach your arms up above your head, or just pick the softer version like I'm doing, which generally feels nice for most backs. And then slowly come back to the center. Hug your knees into your chest one more time, just rocking a little side to side. And then place your feet on the floor. Put your hands on your lower belly now and take a nice deep inhale and feel the belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. And again, inhaling, belly breathing. So a nice calming breath technique. As you inhale, you feel the lower belly expand into your hands like a balloon. And as you exhale, let it soften back towards the floor. One more time. Inhaling into the belly. Exhaling, letting it soften. And then from here, let's head into our final relaxation. So you can extend your legs. If you have any knee or back issues, it can feel so nice to put a folded blanket or cushions under your knees. And you can, of course, have a pillow under your head also. Once you're comfortable, you're going to just move your head a little side to side to help release your neck. And then let your head fall somewhere in the middle where it feels comfortable. And begin to settle now into stillness. Gradually start to relax all of your muscles until your body becomes heavier and heavier on the floor. Arms and legs becoming like dead weights. Soften around your forehead and your scalp. The muscles around your eyes, your cheeks, around your mouth, your jaw. Sometimes it helps to just kind of stretch out your mouth and your face for a moment. And then just let your face feel soft. Notice it's possible to relax around your ears, just letting sounds wash over you. See if now you can become even heavier as you continue to drop into this final practice of letting go completely. Shavasana. Gradually start to become aware of your breathing again. Just as you're lying there, taking some deeper breaths now, moving your fingers and your toes, just kind of waking yourself up nice and slowly. You might take a little stretch or massage your temples, just bringing yourself around now. And then roll onto your side and stay on your side for a moment in the fetal position. And then slowly find your way up to a comfortable seated position here just for the last few moments. Again, you can sit up on a cushion or a block. You could be cross-legged or kneeling. Just do what works for you. Do your best to sit up nice and tall now. Relax your shoulders and let your eyes close. Let's just take a moment here before we finish so you can have a chance to check in with how everything feels. Your mind, your body, and your breath. Bringing your palms together at your chest. Inhale, sweeping your arms up to the top. Palms touch. Exhale, bring that to your forehead, to your heart, and bow your head. One more time, a nice centering breath to finish. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, right down the middle. Namaste. Yay, yoga lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to Leslie, who definitely gets all of the awards for Calmest Yoga Assistant of the Year. As you can see, she's an absolutely sublimely gorgeous girl. If you're a shepherd person, I think she's going to make a lot of sense to you. But even if you're not, she could teach you many things about the amazing traits of the breed. As you can see, super chill, loves to be around her person. I'm her stand-in person here at Pasadena Humane just for a couple of hours. But I really hope somebody out there sees her and falls in love. And if that's the case, please, please hurry on over to www.pasadenahumane.org and fill out an application. And if Leslie's not right for you and you know someone who's looking for a fabulous dog like this, please, please spread the word. She's been at the shelter for a while and it would be lovely to help her find her soft landing. If you'd like to do more online yoga with me, you can go to www.yogaloveliesclub.com. And thank you again for joining. I'll keep you posted. Leslie, you're amazing. Look at you, you're amazing.